Hey guys, it's Chris Adval from chrisadval.com, and it's the second part of a series doing popping a something machine. And last time we got on the exposure. This one's gonna be more temperature. And obviously, all this is completely subjective. You could, use temperatures any way you like. Some people like to mix cold and warm, like very cold and very warm. Sometimes I would actually experiment with that, and I really like that style. Sometimes doing it too much, it's not really it's really played out for me, for my style. So right now I'm just gonna play it safe a little bit with my own consistent style, where it's not like too extreme on cold and warm, but it's more gonna be warming her face or her skin a little bit, just a tiny bit, just to make a little pop on it. Now, there's a lot of ways of doing this. I like it personally where you go into the photo filter where it has the temperatures. Alright, this is before, and that's the after. And it's just default levels. Let's see if we can go to more extreme. Let's see how it looks on the skin. I'm only worried about the skin. Not too worried about the background, unless I like it. Who knows? I might keep it a little more neutral, cool, which is what it is right now. But definitely warming the skin a little bit. Now, if you also see, it is also warming the clothing. So I might actually just warm the clothing as well. This is all taste sometimes and feel. There is no absolutes in photography unless you're following a very specific style, and you obviously know that by heart. I'm still developing my style, so I'm gonna actually go towards warming the skin, possibly a little bit on the clothing too. But right now, it's gonna be the skin, and I'm gonna warm the wardrobe just a tad bit. And I'm just going to add a layer and introvert it with Control I using a PC. And that is just the face itself. It already pops from the scene really well, especially with the scene mostly cool neutral. That's before, and that's after. It's before, it's after. Now it depends on your screen. It might look a little extreme, but on my calibrated screen, it looks really good. On my uncalibrated screen, which I do have on my left screen, it looks a little too extreme for my taste, but it depends on the screens, honestly. Now, as you notice, that I left the eyes in there, which I did on purpose. It actually fits well with the skin, honestly. A little warm tint to it. It's before, it's after, it's before, it's after. And that is just the skin itself. I'm gonna also do her wardrobe just a tad bit. Now I'm noticing it's a little too much right now after I already applied it. Instead of going back, I'm just gonna lower it. I'm gonna lower the strength of it in the opacity. Now I'm just gonna check how it looks. Alright. It's before, it's after. Now I'm actually gonna lower it just a tad. Alright. Now that's completely before. That's way before the exposure. And that's after exposure right there. But in this video, we're going to go over temperatures. So that's before. And that's after. See the pop? Now, just keep in mind, it does vary on monitors. Make sure your monitor is calibrated to really see the accuracy of what you're doing. I personally use a Spider 3, which is obviously outdated, but it still works. And sometimes you gotta hit this before and after a couple times to really make sure it's set, like it works and feels right. I personally feel it's really good. I don't mind it. And the next part of this series is going to be a touch of saturation. Not too much for this specific shot, just a tiny touch. Just give a little bit more pop on certain aspects of the scene and the subject. I might add some blues. If you guys like this, check out the description below. I do have other links to other videos similar to this technique of popping the subject from the scene. It'll be a part series where like I pop her from the scene using exposure and then using temperature and then using other color changes of saturation and stuff like that. So check out the series. I'll put all the links in the below on the description.